Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. The excitement level around here at a fever pitch as we're underway in the 2020 NFC Championship game. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Play action, Ryan. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch him flat-footed and get a big play.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Complete to Jones. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Ryan keeps it on the sneak. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Extending the arm.
Oh, yes.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Keith Smith, 52 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go. 10 logo.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Michael Kendricks leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. 2nd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them, and they took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
You draw quarter. Ready.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Good throw there to start this second possession. Maybe help erase the memory of the interception he threw first possession.
Yeah, I think a lot of the time now there's a communication between the head coach, offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach. All right, we got to get him settled. It's not easy after you throw a pick six. You might want to just run the football, but I think in most cases you want to give him easy throws that he's comfortable with to get him going again. And it's not necessarily just throwing one or 2 yards. What throws does he like to make? Give him a couple of those and get him going.
Definitely looked like one he was comfortable with on the last throw. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Gets around him. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 16. 1st down, Falcons.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah,
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, Falcons. Todd Gurley, 68 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On the counter, here's Kamara. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter play. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. This complete to Jones. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. 61 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time. It's a great throw right there and really showed a lot of confidence in his receiver.
He certainly did. Ball was in the air a long time, but he counted on the adjustment that we saw near the end of the play. As that ball was descending, who was going to come down with it? He counted on his guy, and he gambled correctly.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. 2nd and 6. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But things don't improve fast then. I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Saints on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11.
Get it.
They'll look to throw. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Maurice Harris, 71 yards. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that will get him one closer. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
When you're trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, and he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Julio Jones once again the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
They go play action with Ryan. He completes it to Jones. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 44-yard line. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right, looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy.
And that's caught inside the 30. So with a big gainer anyways, they'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Throwing again. Ryan steps away. Yeah, he's got it. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Ryan now off the bootleg. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Ryan will throw again. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really...
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 40, past the 20. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 2nd and 9 now. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They go play action here on first down. Caught by Jones. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His second touchdown of the night as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. From the shotgun, Ryan. The quick slant caught. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's into the clear. The 40. The 30. 10. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. And the Saints able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. It's Hill, complete. And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line, and the try for 2, unsuccessful. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Gurley. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
I got you. 21. I got you, son. 32.
Here's Ryan. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They've now produced 3-yard gains on 3 straight plays. Leads us to 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he should be able to pin him back. And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Saints will have the football back. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Tack McKinley. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to...
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley, 95 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That one good for 37 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
90, Wolf, 54. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And my goodness, another interception. Ricardo Allen with a pick, and a short return to the 6-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. And even 70 yards. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Another try for Smith. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Throwing on first down. Walker. And this is Cook with the grab. Cook stripped. The ball's out. And the Falcons grab it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time. Succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
You ready? 47's the mic. You. Hit it.
First throw off the bench for the veteran shove. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check. Crunch.
On third down, Smith. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So that last penalty making this third down much more manageable. Third down, 4 yards to go. After the penalty, it's Smith. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So that one will be accepted. So now from half the distance closer, here's first and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. So it's still first and goal, but now they get...
Up it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you